Hello. Welcome. Thrilling African Folktales by Osha. Let's dive into today's tale. Kojo sat on his rickety wooden stool outside his small shop in Accra, fanning himself against the oppressive heat. Business had been slow for weeks, and the little money he had left was barely enough to feed his family. As he sighed, his right palm began to itch fiercely. His grandmother's words echoed in his mind, "If your hand itches, money is coming." A smile crept onto his face, but skepticism soon followed. Was it merely an old wives' tale, or was fate about to change his fortune? That evening, a stranger in a sleek black car stopped by his shop. The man, dressed in a crisp white kaftan, stepped out and handed Kojo a sealed envelope. "You have been chosen," the man said cryptically before driving off. Inside the envelope was a check for 5,000 cedis. Kojo's heart pounded. What had he just gotten himself into? The next morning, Kojo stared at the check in disbelief. The bank confirmed its authenticity, but an unease gnawed at him. Who was the mysterious benefactor? His itching palm had brought him money, but at what cost? That night, the stranger returned. "I see you've accepted the gift," he said with a knowing smile. "Now, it's time for your first task." He slid a small package across the counter. "Deliver this to the address inside and your fortune will grow. Refuse, and you'll regret it." Kojo hesitated, but the weight of his family's struggles bore down on him. With trembling hands, he took the package and set off into the night. The air was thick with the scent of rain, as though the heavens themselves sensed his turmoil. Kojo's feet pounded against the pavement as he hurried through the dimly lit streets. The address led him to a rundown warehouse at the edge of the city. His palms sweated as he knocked. The door creaked open, revealing a burly man with a scar running down his cheek. "You're late," the man growled, snatching the package from Kojo's grasp. He peered inside, then grunted approvingly. "You did good. Come back tomorrow for your next job." Before Kojo could protest, the door slammed shut. His itching palm tingled again. Money was coming, but at what price? The next morning, Kojo found an envelope under his shop's door, another 5,000 cedis. The euphoria of newfound wealth warred with a growing sense of dread. What exactly was he delivering? And why did it feel like a trap tightening around him? Determined to uncover the truth, Kojo discreetly opened the next package before delivering it. Inside, he found stacks of crisp foreign bills, counterfeit currency. His stomach churned. He was aiding criminals. Before he could flee, his phone buzzed. "You shouldn't have done that, Kojo," the voice warned. He whirled around, but the street was empty. Fear clawed at him. Someone was watching. He debated going to the police but hesitated. They could brand him as an accomplice. As his itching palm burned once more, he realized the superstition had led him down a path of no return. Kojo knew he couldn't keep playing their game. He had to escape before they owned him completely. His wife, Oma, noticed his unease. "Kojo, what's wrong?" He debated lying but decided otherwise. Oma's face paled. "We must leave tonight," she whispered. Under the cover of darkness, they packed their belongings. But just as they stepped outside, headlights illuminated the road. The stranger from the car emerged, flanked by two men. "Leaving so soon?" he asked, a cold smile on his face. Kojo grabbed Oma's hand and bolted. Gunshots rang out, shattering the silence of the night. They ducked into an alley, hearts pounding. Kojo knew one thing: they wouldn't stop hunting him. Desperation fueled him. He contacted an old friend, Kojo, who had connections with law enforcement. "I can get you out, but you need proof," Kojo said. Kojo retrieved the counterfeit bills and the notes he had scribbled about his deliveries. That night, they met Kwaku at a hidden location. But as Kojo handed over the evidence, tires screeched. The criminals had found them. A fierce struggle ensued. Kwaku's men exchanged fire with the gang. Kojo shielded Oma as chaos erupted around them. Sirens wailed in the distance, backup was coming. Just as the stranger aimed his gun at Kojo, a shot rang out, and he collapsed. The criminals were overpowered, arrested, and taken away. Kojo trembled as he grasped Oma's hand. They were free. His palm no longer itched. He had learned a costly lesson: money that comes too easily often carries a heavy price. And some superstitions are best left alone. That's the end of our story. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Tales by Osha.